Hello, grade 6. Welcome back to chapter 9, section 3, multiplying tenths by whole numbers. I would like to just remind you what the model for multiplication means. So let's take this example here, 5 times 26.7. This is like saying I have this many groups, in this case 5, and I'm multiplying by 26.7 in each group. So I'm going to draw that out now. I need 5 groups of 26.7. So let's do that. I'm going to start off, I can start off from either my tenths or my ones or my tens. I could do either one. So we have to decide what is my model going to be. I have here 4 different base 10 block designs. We must define what our 1 is going to be, what our 1 is. We could make any of these our 1s. However, for the sake of making life a little bit easier for everybody, I am going to make my strip here a 1. So that would be a 1 right there. And that means to make my tenths, it would be this one. This is my tenths. So right here, this says 1 point, here's my decimal, 1. I just made 1.1. But I don't have 1.1. I have to do 26.7. So I'm going to do that now. So right here, I have my 26.7, my 2 of these, my 2 tens, I should say, my 6 ones, and my 7 tenths. They're all here, but I only have one group and I need 5. So let's repeat that, and I'm going to show it 5 times. So right here you can see I've got 5 different groups of 26.7. And I will state again, I will reiterate that my ones would be this strip right here. Typically, when you were in a younger grade, you use this strip to represent 10. Well, we are representing this as 10, but it's 10 tenths. In other words, 1. So if this is our 1, this would be our tens, and this would be our tenths. So I've just represented this, it's right here. I've represented it as 5 groups of 26.7. And as we've done in a previous grade, we're going to regroup these. Having all of these tenths makes it difficult to count. So let's see if we can estimate or have a calculation for how many tenths we think we have. I made 5 groups of 26.7. So that means I took the tenths and put 7 here and repeated it 5 times. So I have 7 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7 tenths. So how many tenths is that altogether? I have 35 tenths. And I could count them one at a time, but we could use our skill with multiplication. So what if I took away 30 of them? I could replace those 30 tenths with 3 ones. So let's do that now. So let's review. I haven't changed anything in terms of what the value is, but I have taken 30 tenths and I put them right here. So I took 10 tenths, they're here, 10 tenths, they're here, and 10 tenths, they're here. So my value is still the same. It's equivalent, but I'm making it look a little bit different. So our next step now is calculating how many ones we have, which is right here. So I started off by making my 26.7 groups, and I made 5 of them. So I had 6 ones in every group and multiplied that by 5. That's 30 ones, but I just added 3 more ones. So that means I have 33 ones in here. We could count, but we know that 5 times 6 is 30, and then adding 3 more ones gives us 33 ones. So I could take 30 of those ones and replace them with 3 tens. Let's do that now. As you can tell, I took 30 ones from here and I put 3 tens into here. So once again, it's equivalent, but it just looks a little bit different after I moved the groups around. It's the same value. So now how many tens do we have? I took my 5 times 26.7 And when I did my 5 times 2 tens, that's 10 tens, and I added 3 more. So that's 13 tens. So once again, I can take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 tens. I can regroup those, take 10 tens, and move 100 to here. So from this, it's the same value as it was a moment ago, but I changed the way it looks. I went from having 5 groups of 2 tens, 6 ones, and 7 tenths to 1 100, 3 tens, 3 ones, and 5 tenths. So our product here is 133.5. So that is our answer, 133.5. And that's how we multiply tenths by whole numbers using a place value chart. Thanks, everyone. Have a good day.